You know how we do it, man. Turn out, man.
Most people would agree with official reports that after being shot, rap icon Tupac Shakur was taken to UMC, where he died 6 days later. But local filmmaker Rick Boss has an alternate ending.
This movie is about Tupac actually escaping from the University Medical Center here in Vegas and relocating to New Mexico.
As Rick says, he escaped by helicopter to tribal Navajo land in New Mexico, where federal agents would be unable to follow him.
When certain FBI agencies are looking for you, the first thing they're going to do is block the airport so you can't travel out. So the best way to escape is through helicopter, private helicopter, to another state.
FBI agents can't go onto tribal land without the tribal council.
What's up, it's your boy ShortMaster214 back at y'all again with another reaction video. Today we finna react, well, I'm finna react to the how Tupac faked his death, and we finna see. You know, a lot of people say Tupac faked his death. I really don't believe he did. I think Tupac is gone, but you know, we gonna see what they got to say. So you know how we do it, man. Turn out, man.
It was sponsored by Opinion Outpost.
So there you have it. That is how Trap Lord Ross made 10 mil before YouTube. Hope you enjoyed that video, and if you did, make sure that you like and subscribe below. Make sure that you follow my Instagram at Trap Lord Ross, and also don't forget to cop that Trap Lord merch. There's going to be a link in the description. Definitely go there, cop some of that, and support the channel. Until next time, peace out.
Ooh, hold on, let me see. This is put the hair to the side and see what the chrome look like. Ooh, look at that dome, boy. Trevor Ross being dramatic right now. Trevor Ross can do his hair like that. He can do his hair like that.
Yo, Machiavelli, what's poppin', man?
What's poppin'? What's poppin'?
I'm just doing this YouTube thing. Hey, do you watch the videos that I sent over?
They dope. Everybody loves it.
I appreciate that, man. Hey, do you think I should really be making fun of all these rappers like this, though?
You can't just be saying shit about us and think that we're not gonna take it personal.
Yeah, that's fair, man. Hey, you back from Cuba anytime soon? I need to hit you.
I'm coming back for sure.
Nice one, bro. Well, I'll catch you when you're back, yeah? Oh. Yo, Machiavelli. Don't think I'm gonna make it to Cuba, bro. Most people believe that we lost Tupac at a drive-by shooting on the 7th of September 1996. I call those people suckers. Because anybody that knows anything will tell you that my buddy Tupac is still alive to this day. Chilling in Cuba, puffing cohibas, wearing a Che Guevara t-shirt.
This is what I want people to know. If Tupac was alive, bro, he would be in the entertainment business, bro. He wouldn't be hiding out, bro. What does he have to hide for, bro? Like think about it, bro. Like, you know, what? The only thing I can think of, if Tupac was, or if he was to fake his death, he would do it because, you know, they said that it was a possibility that he was going back to prison. You know what I mean? But I don't know.
Pushing a rusty old Buick from the 50s three-wheel motion. But I know the naysayers will say this is the stuff of conspiracy theories. But the fact is, the information is out there if you just look for it. So your favourite hip-hop historian is here, kicking off the month of April by answering once and for all, how did Tupac fake his death?
And now, a word from our sponsor.
I love Chris Rich.
Yeah. Shout out Opinion Outpost for sponsoring this vid. What do I do when I need some cash? Sat around all day, can't feel my ass. Do surveys and make it fast. Opinion Outpost, they got it like that. The easy way to make money and gift cards to stores like Amazon and Target. It's not hard. Share your opinion with the market and have a blast. You can spend it how you like. Yet buy a bust-down watch or a new bed where you can sleep and contra.
Man, that song kind of going hard.
Link in description. Yeah, Opinion Outpost, let's make it pop. Yeah, this ad was approved by them and brought to you by Trap Lord Ross. Come on. It's your boy Trap Lord Ross. Chris Rich on the beat. Opinion Outpost in description. Get it. Bye.
Now the story of how Pac faked his death is one wrapped in many truths that correspond with the official story, i.e. lie. Yes, he was in Vegas to watch the Tyson fight with Suge Knight, and yes, he was the target of a horrendous drive-by shooting following
that. Let's speak on that, bro. Everybody know, like, when they have fights in Vegas, bro, it don't be none but gang members up in there, bro. Like from California, bro. Like everybody knows that, bro. So if they thought they weren't gonna see their ops in there, bro, they was just sadly mistaken, bro. And then the people they was beefing with was the Southside Crips, and they was the Mob Pirus, bro. Like, of course they was gonna retaliate on Tupac, bro. It was just a given.
And yes, he was severely injured in that shooting and taken to the hospital where he was kept for several days. But after that failed attempt on Pac's life, Machiavelli knew the block was too hot for him to stick around. So he immediately set the wheels in motion on a long-standing escape plan that he'd had in his back pocket ever since he got famous. And according to his British bodyguard and my uncle, which is actually how I have the personal connection to Tupac and know so many details about this story. See the resemblance? That actually helped Tupac Shakur escape from the hospital during the 6 days that he'd been kept there after the shooting. And sure, I know what you're thinking, this story must be complete baloney. People are surely going to know that Tupac is missing from his hospital bed. Yeah, you big dummy, he thought of that. Tupac was actually replaced with a body double, a Tupac lookalike who was actually planning of dying of natural causes that weekend anyway. And sure, I know what you're thinking, oh, it's impossible to find somebody that looks like Tupac. Well, they did it for the film, and they did it back then. And sure, Tupac's old crew, the Outlaws, claimed to have smoked his remains in a spliff after his cremation, sparking the long-running trend of rappers these days saying that they put their ops in a spliff. But I can now confirm in this video once and for all, they were not smoking on Tupac Pac. They were just smoking on some dead guy who looked like Tupac Pac. Why do you think he was called Tupac?
You gotta see how that picked
and
up.
this body double switch narrative has actually been confirmed
right there,
by famous documentarian Rick Boss, who is currently producing an amazing and big-budget feature film about how Tupac managed to escape the hospital.
Most people would agree with official reports that after being shot, rap icon Tupac Shakur was taken to UMC, where he died 6 days later. But local filmmaker Rick Boss has an alternate ending.
This movie is about Tupac actually escaping from the University Medical Center here in Vegas and relocating to New Mexico, getting protection from the Navajo tribe.
As Rick says, he escaped by helicopter to tribal Navajo land in New Mexico, where federal agents would be unable to follow him.
When certain FBI agencies are looking for you, the first thing they're going to do is block the airport so you can't travel out. So the best way to escape is through helicopter, private helicopter, to another state.
FBI agents can't go onto tribal land without the tribal council's permission. Boss says that's why Navajo land in New Mexico made for the perfect hideout.
And it's this reason why this story never actually leaked, because it would have been far too much of an embarrassing L for authorities.
Let me get real honest. Suge, you the reason why Tupac dead, bro. Like, Suge Knight, you the reason why Tupac dead, cause the truth be told, you not no real blood, bro. You grew up around some bloods. You not no real blood, Suge. You got Tupac killed, bro. And you had dirty police working for you, bro. Like, you the reason why Tupac dead, bro. Okay? I just want people to know that Suge Knight is the reason why Tupac dead, bro.
Authorities to admit publicly that they got duped by Machiavelli in such a cunning way. And to the skeptics who don't believe that, I say, what? You don't believe the cops would lie? We saw what happened to Rodney King. So my Uncle Mike, along with my other uncle, Tim Westwood, went along with some senior Black Panther special operatives under the cover of darkness, flying Tupac to Barbados, where they landed and were in a celebratory mood. Whilst in Barbados, Tupac chilled out for a little bit, smoking the good kush and chilling out with his old friend Ronald Fenty, a warehouse supervisor who actually hid Tupac in one of his warehouses so that he could lay low and hide from the authorities until the smoke cleared. And funnily enough, while he was there, Tupac actually spent time babysitting Ronald's 8-year-old daughter, Robin, an aspiring singer who he gave loads of advice to on how she could one day crack the music industry. From there, Pac was handed to my other uncle Tim. He took over the operation once the authorities got word that Pac was hiding in Barbados and decided to move him to Cuba, where the US authorities could never touch him. And when they landed, they linked up with Tupac's friend, fellow member of the Outlaws, Gaddafi, who had actually faked his own death only 3 months after Pac's supposed death. Why do you think they call them the Outlaws? And so finally, in Cuba, Tupac could settle down until the end of time, away from the thug life and look forward to better days. But unfortunately, thugs get lonely too, and over time, Pac began to feel trapped being in isolation in Cuba. And so in the years that followed, we would see numerous Tupac sightings all over the world. Naturally, the first person to blow Tupac's...
Okay, bro, so they say they got reporting sites of Tupac. Anybody can look like Tupac, bro. But what most people don't know is that, yeah, you one person, but it's probably like 8 different people that look like you, for real, for real.
discover was the sucker that nearly got him popped in the first place, Suge Let's Have a Little Chat Over on the Balcony Night. Suge was actually pictured with Tupac over in Cuba 8 years after his death in 2004. And although obviously this was the first image that was captured where Suge was alongside a still alive Tupac, over the years Suge Knight has been outspoken about the fact that Tupac was still alive, including this famous incident where a drunken Suge Knight was confronted by TMZ outside of a nightclub, leading to him accidentally spilling the beans.
Some people ask me if I know who killed Tupac, and not saying Tupac dead or alive. I'm saying they asked me if I know who killed Tupac. I'm the said, hey, absolutely not. I ain't the killed Tupac. I'm the protected Tupac. Yeah. Why you think nobody been arrested if they said they didn't want to kill Tupac? Tupac not dead. He was dead. They'll be
this man is a thief. This man was stealing all their money, giving them a percentage of their money. They wasn't getting paid all their royalties. Come to find out, Tupac was finna get ready to leave death row before he passed, bro. People don't know that. He was finna leave death row, yeah, and start his own thing, yeah.
Do for murder. You know he's somewhere smoking a Cuban cigar.
As well as corroborating those claims in a prison cell interview with Ice-T for the documentary Who Shot Biggie and Tupac.
When I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I'm gonna tell you this, Pac, you never know.
Oh, there you go. In fact, it turns out that Suge had made numerous trips to Cuba to get into the studio with Tupac in the years following his death, to oversee the recording of his posthumous albums, including the Don Illuminati, which was released only months after his death. The album Are You Still Down in 97?
The hardest album to me for Tupac is that Machiavelli album. Go listen to that album, bro, and listen to all the people he dissed on that album. Boy, he dissed the whole East Coast on that album. Like, I'm talking about tore their ass apart on that album. He was not playing.
Days in 2002 and Loyal to the Game in 2004.
Biggie, he ate you up, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Tupac was on your head.
In addition to that, in 2004, Tupac was actually spotted on a brief incognito visit to the US where he went to link up with members of the Outlaws. Apparently, he was there overseeing the recording of the Outlaw for Life album, but ultimately he was forced to leave the US before even recording a single verse because of this jackass who was filming him outside the studio.
They go Pac with his motherfucking homies right now. He holding the fucking coke. Look, zoom in. That's Pac, man. He with the fucking Outlaws.
Get him out of here, man. Get him out of here, man.
And being the workaholic he is, Tupac didn't allow being dead to get in the way of supporting up-and-coming international artists. 2 years after those images surfaced, around 2006, Tupac actually made a cameo in the music video for Amsterdam to LA by Dutch artist Chilio. Apparently, Pac and Chilio had actually met online, with Chilio being Tupac's Amsterdam weed plug in the years before dark web drug dealing had been invented. Eventually, Chilio even bowed to international pressure and confirmed that it was indeed Tupac in the video, but refusing to give any further information. However, apparently Tupac was angered by this admission, as it's one thing for an unverified clip of his existence to surface, but it's another for one of his genuine close friends to actually admit publicly that he is alive. From there, Pac predictably cut off Chilio, and his career went into a tailspin and he was never heard of again. Ironically, the same fate was actually suffered by longtime secret friend of Tupac, comedian and black lung rights activist Dave Chappelle. Apparently, Dave Chappelle got a little bit too comfortable in his relationship with Tupac and ended up taking the jokes a little bit too far, famously mocking the fact that Tupac was still alive in a sketch from his Chappelle show, where he pretended to dance in the club to music that Tupac had recorded after he'd died.
This is that new Tupac.
Spot like CJ from San Andreas. No, way before Slim Shady was in demand. Way before we dropped Maloney on Afghanistan. I wrote this song in 94.
Much like R. Kelly before him, Tupac was a
Look, this is what y'all need to know. Tupac recorded like almost 1,000 some songs before he died. So of course he gonna still be releasing music after his death. Like that's like a given though, like, you know, because he was a workaholic. So you bro, once you become an artist, bro, like I guarantee you most artists that like we see that be in the mainstream, they probably recording probably like 100, 200 songs probably like in a couple months, bro, probably like in a month or two. So they probably got songs we ain't never heard before, and you probably never hear them.
Furious because Dave Chappelle's comedy jabs just cut a little too close to the truth. And so from there, Tupac actually pulled many of his Illuminati strings to have Dave Chappelle's career ruined, and even conspired with Suge Knight to send LA goons to pull up on Dave. And this was actually the real reason that Dave Chappelle quit his show and fled to South Africa for his own safety. It actually took 10 whole years for Tupac to accept Dave Chappelle's apology, and eventually the beef was squashed. After a meeting between the two was arranged by legendary co-creator of The Chappelle Show and owner of only one of 5 N-word passes.
He made that up. Dave Chappelle left Comedy Central because they was ripping him off, and they was finna get him $55 million for a 3rd season. And then the man that's sitting next to him is the one that helped this man right here. He helped him create the show. But Dave was like, he did a skit, right? And he said he wasn't laughing with him, he was laughing at him. So I guess he felt embarrassed or whatever. So he just,
passes in existence, Neil Brennan. And
The
so
Comedy
Tupac and
Central
Dave
probably gonna
Chappelle
go
became
under
friends
before
once
Dave
again.
Chappelle
And in
got there
2015,
anyway.
Tupac pulled his Illuminati strings once again and greenlit Dave Chappelle's Netflix special. But aside from ruining Dave Chappelle's career for a good decade, Tupac continued to run the music industry behind the scenes for a good 24 years following his death. And as a result, he's actually been spotted at numerous industry events and parties. In 2009, he was spotted at the I Am Music Tour, and the same year, TMZ actually papped him in New Orleans at Cash Money Records after party, where he allegedly had actually scuffled with Birdman in a fight over who had the shiniest head in hip-hop. Then in 2011, he was spotted in the back of an Outlaws cypher, which is lucky because why would anyone watch one of those? But more interestingly, in 2011, rather unsurprisingly, he was spotted in the background of amateur footage taken during the Occupy Wall Street movement. This is something of a slip-up which pack spotters worldwide were keen to jump on.
Enter Tupac in the background.
That says you can't be here at night and all the rest of it.
Yeah. Can you believe what you're seeing? And he dances right past the screen. Can you believe that? He does.
I don't have a magic ball.
I mean, Tupac being at Occupy Wall Street makes a lot of sense. Throughout his career, he was always political and critical of the finance industry. Combine that with the fact that his mother, Afeni Shakur, had publicly supported the Occupy movement, an obvious nod to her son's attendance. Following that, story goes that in 2012, Tupac had actually even been considering a comeback to the rap game, even dropping a short freestyle in Sweden, where he was apparently on a business trip looking to help free several incarcerated rappers that was doing time there, since we all know the Swedish cops love arresting rappers. However, he swiftly left the country when he got word that Swedish authorities were looking to extradite him to the US on tax avoidance charges. And to be fair, those charges weren't without merit, because it actually turned out that Tupac had paid no taxes since 1996.
Bro, they talking about Tupac ain't paid no taxes since 1996. Look, bro, Tupac was making money every year. Every year since he started rapping, he was making money, bro. So that means if he didn't pay taxes since 1996, he didn't pay taxes at all, bro. Like, we talking about Tupac, bro. This man was in movies. This man had #1 songs. This man had platinum albums, gold albums. This man was making money 24/7, bro. Like, stop playing, bro. Like, that don't make no sense.
Claiming exemption due to the fact that he was dead. However, as they say, there are only two things you can't see in life.
Trust me, y'all. If this man wasn't paying the tax, the government would have came and got him, bro. The government would have picked him up, bro. The IRS don't play like that. You gotta pay that money, man. For real. They would have did him the same way they did Wesley Snipes.
And taxes, and by God, Tupac was trying to cheat on both at the same damn time. And so in 2012, apparently frustrated with not being able to perform, tour, or earn an income, Tupac came up with a genius finesse. He would make money through a lucrative tour, but flying under the taxman's radar by telling fans that he would be appearing as a hologram to perform lucrative shows like the Coachella Festival. And this was followed by intense speculation that this would be upgraded to a full tour. This whole thing was a genius finesse, and he managed to convince the entire public that his performances were simply a hologram projected onto glass to cover the fact that he had actually refused to perform unless he was shielded by bulletproof glass to protect him from his ops, which is why he looks a little bit glassy during those performances.
And it's like at a 45-degree angle. Plexiglass. And it ends up looking like it's 3D, but if Snoop had walked backwards, he would have ran into this screen and ruined the whole illusion.
If he would have been in front of it and then he would have backed up, he could have shattered the screen.
However, luck would soon run out for Tupac, as in 2012, he was arrested in Las Vegas on those unpaid tax charges, as seen on an episode of Cops, which has since been deleted by the FBI. But why would they do that? Once again, to avoid embarrassment, because apparently he managed to escape the clutches of those cops after they were distracted by two greased up obese people on the sidewalk fighting over a plate of curly fries. That's Vegas for you, baby. From there, Pac fled to nearby LA where he was laying low with his homie Snoop Dogg, since they both just performed together on stage at Coachella that year. Apparently, Snoop Dogg shielded Tupac from the authorities in his attic like some sort of gangster Anne Frank, Gang Frank, for a couple of years all the way through 2014, where he even ended up snapping a picture of Pac at the BET Awards, showing him off with a selfie, who Pac? But ever the ladies' man, Tupac never let being dead stop him from killing that pussy. Because during that time he was staying with Snoop Dogg, he was spotted at a Boston Celtics game with a fine-ass blonde chick on his arm. In fact, for a moment, they even put him up on the Jumbotron where he seemed to be loving the attention for once, before quickly remembering that he was supposed to be dead and leaving the venue. But hey, blonde cuties weren't the only California love that Pac was getting. Because remember Ronald Fenty, the warehouse worker Pac was chilling with in Barbados? Well, it turned out that his 8-year-old daughter Robin grew up to be bad girl Riri. And for a period in 2015, Pac was even rumored to be dating her. This apparently even led to a short-lived private beef with Drake, but Drake apparently backed off when he realized that Tupac would ether his entire career on wax without even making any effort. But obviously, all of this kind of industry beef was bringing far too much attention to Machiavelli. So by the end of 2015, he fled the US and more.
Tupac versus Drake will be a good beef. Drizzy, I know you the man, but you ain't fucking with Pac, dog. I ain't even gonna lie. Pac would have tore your ass up.
Pictures begun to surface of him chilling back in Cuba, seeming to make the most of his time back home by establishing a local set of the Bloods. And it's not entirely clear where Pac is to this day. YouTube investigators like Deboo7 continue to track Pac's movements across the world globally.
Thug Life, a video they put together for 2014, and standing in the shadows right here is an individual that you can't make out, and you barely notice is even there. It's so dark in the room. So dark, and it's done on purpose. But hold up. Let's brighten things up a bit. And let's lock in. Ladies and gentlemen, Tupac Shakur is standing in the shadows of
You know what I
room.
think they be doing,
And even
bro?
recently, Suge Knight's
You know what I
son
think they be
claimed...
doing? I think they'll put somebody that look like Tupac in a video just so they could get more views, bro. That's probably what they doing. Other than that, he gots to be dead.
that Pac was still alive and hiding in Malaysia after sharing a picture of an aging Pac, along with a series of Instagram stories claiming that he was alive, referencing the Illuminati and sharing several more pictures of Tupac with celebrities like Beyonce and 50 Cent. And I've got to say, honestly, it's a real bummer that this whole coronavirus thing has prevented me from going to see Tupac. Because honestly, me and Machiavelli had so many sick video collab ideas that we were planning for you guys. We were going to do a Cuban food mukbang, first person to fake their death for 30 years wins a Lambo, and even a Tupac makeup tutorial. I guess that's never going to happen now, thanks to this stupid, fucking shitty health crisis. Virus.
I doubt Tupac can meet up with a clout chaser.
April Fools! You didn't think I was really going outside, did you? We got to stay inside, stay safe. Seriously, we all need to do our part to make sure that everybody gets through this thing fine. And that is big facts. Thank you for watching. April Fools, I got y'all. And until next year, a peace out. Big announcement, guys. I mentioned to you in my last video that I would be donating any money that came through.
I mean, what y'all think, man? I think some of those valleys was some of the points he was making was kind of stupid, considering the fact that even though Tupac, I don't think Tupac had a funeral, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think he had no funeral. But I mean, he was signed to Death Row, and Death Row was probably at the time worth like almost at least $500 million or close to $1 billion. So I mean, he probably could have faked his death, but I just can't see Tupac wanting to fake his death because he wanted to. You gotta think about who Tupac had smoked with. Tupac had smoked with a lot of people, and I'm pretty sure he wanted to see them crumble. But I mean, I don't know because you gotta think about it. Tupac from Cali, and you know, in Cali they pull out types of stunts in Cali. Like a person that's in Hollywood can fake his death, bro. Like, I mean, it's a possibility he probably faked his death, but I mean, the reason why I can't see him faking his death because if Tupac was alive today and out here in the free world, he'll be making a lot of money. So it wouldn't really be no reason for him to fake his death. But I ain't gonna lie, I can see why he could fake his death because his records is still selling to this day. So either way it go, he would have still been making money, but not really considering the fact that Death Row catalog, so many people done bought it and it done switched to so many different hands. Now Snoop Dogg on Death Row. So I mean, there you go. But I know for a fact that if Tupac was alive, bro, he'll still be a performer. He'll still be an artist for sure. But I mean, man, what y'all think about that, man? You know, let me know, man, in the comments, man. Other than that, man, you know what I'm saying, man, it's your boy ShortMaster214 live. Turn up, little Ken, for I got some more videos coming for y'all today. You know what it is.